this evening's video, where tonight we will be doing a special Valentine's Day mukbang. Now, I did the exact same thing last year, and I thought, why not? Let's do it again this year, because I know Valentine's Day for some people cannot always be the loving, happy day that it should be, and not everyone has a partner to celebrate with. So I thought I could come in and help, and maybe you and I can have a dinner and meal together and have a little bit of a chit-chat and a catch-up. So if anyone's feeling a little bit lonely, maybe a little bit down, hopefully you can put this video on and just feel a little bit better. And so yeah, this is what I'm here to do. I did try to make it a little bit nicer, like we're on a date, a non-parasocial date, that is, with some flowers that someone very kindly gave to me, a certain someone. But let's get into the food. So from the thumbnail and the title, you can tell that I have a McDonald's. So feel free to have a meal of your own, or you just want to get a drink, you can have that too. So sit down, get comfortable, and I'm just going to get eating and chit-chat just about a few things that I've been up to recently. And I have turned the gain up a little bit on the mic, so hopefully all of the eating sounds have been picked up nicely. These are very salty chips, and I've got an ulcer, so it's really not helping with that. And they didn't pack any napkins, my god. Like, one of the one things I just hope they pack are napkins, and they never do. But I do really hope that your day has been going well today, and if not, then hopefully this can just make it just a little bit better. So, what have I been up to recently? Last night I actually watched the Super Bowl. This is my first ever time watching American football. That's safe to say. It was interesting. I didn't fully grasp all of the rules and like the plays, but I sort of got a basic understanding what the rules of the game were. And it does seem like something I could get into. I just don't really have a team to choose from to like support, you know, like I like football as well, like, you know, proper football. But again, I don't have a team. I was never brought up watching football, so I don't watch the Premier League, but I would like to get into it. Same with like F1. I think I will watch F1 this year. I'll be supporting the Red Bull secondary team with Ricciardo is his name, and I can't remember the guy's name. It begins with a D, but I really like those two. They make a really good duo, so I'll be supporting the secondary Red Bull slow start. But that's a weird thing with American football, it's very stop and go heavy. A lot more stop heavy than go heavy. And so sometimes I don't know, I sometimes felt like I couldn't be fully engaged with the game when there was so much stoppage going on. But I do feel like if I did watch more of the games and understood the playmaker going on and the tactics, then I would probably enjoy it a little bit more and understand what they were like, sort of, you know, the game plan during all these stoppages and what their approach was to their attack or defence. So the game definitely did get a lot more interesting towards the end, especially in overtime. You know, with that last minute, last second to play, last second touchdown, that was a pretty cool moment to watch. So, who knows, maybe when the next American football season rolls around, which I think is towards the end of summer, who knows, maybe I'll give it a watch. The problem is, like, the games are really, really late. Like, this game ended at like, I want to say like 3, 4 a.m. Something crazy, so ridiculous. But yeah, it is interesting, you know, to see how American it is. Like, I was watching some of the pre-show stuff, and like, you know, all of the energy and buzz around it, and all of like the stuff on the TV they had going on. It was all very, very American, which wasn't the biggest fan of. No offense, but it's trying to be too big. You know, it is a big event, and like a lot of people do get hyped for it, but like it's kind of like just tone it down a bit, just chill. Like, and it's crazy. They have like cheerleaders, which someone outside of the US having cheerleaders at a sport event just seems so wild and a little bit ludicrous. Like, you don't have that stuff when it comes to football. So again, yeah, it just kind of does make your eyes roll a little bit with some of the stuff they do over there. But you know, it's America, they gotta go. You know, all out, yeah, they gotta go big. So it was just interesting to see, very interesting. You know, always all these years hearing the hype around the Super Bowl and American football, and finally watching it. Not that it felt underwhelming as well whilst watching. I did feel a little bit underwhelmed watching the game, because like I didn't feel like I could really connect with it. But again, I think it just comes with having to just watch more games and actually knowing the rules and the tactics and the knowledge of ball, basically. Oh yeah, I got a McCrispy, by the way, so we'll start tucking into that. But you know, it's alright, just touched the cable. But yeah, seeing all the celebrities there, of course, Taylor Swift was on the broadcast a lot, and the commentators kept on bringing her up. It's like, we get it, she's there. Season comes around, I might give it a watch, but it's just trying to find a team that I like. You know, do I go off based on what jersey I like the most? You know, there's a streamer that I watch called Super DF. He's like the largest Overwatch streamer guess it's kind of just researching more into it, but yeah, who knows if I'll actually get into it. I always say, like, I keep on saying I'll get into F1 every year, and then I never do, because it's also kind of hard to watch F1, because I think I need to pay something on Now TV to watch it, and I'm not paying more. Subscription-based stuff is ridiculous. But I think with Super Bowl, with American football, you can watch on ITV, so it is more accessible. Oh, we have to talk about the halftime show. My gosh, it was bad. Like, I always do see the halftime shows. I watch them on YouTube, but man, this one was bad. It was just a cringe fest. Like, Usher, I'm not like the biggest fan of this guy. Like, I know his older classics, you know, of course, so they were fun to hear, I guess. But yeah, you got this 45-year-old man dancing and acting like he's 20, and it's just, yeah, it just comes off cringe. It's just like, come on, you just sit down, stop doing all this. It's just, yeah, no, I was not buying that act at all. Alicia Keys, you know, cool appearance, got a little bit too touchy with Usher at one point, you know. I mean, I guess the performance did get a little bit better as it went on, like, when he was on rollerblades, that was kind of cool, I guess. And like, when he did play his older songs that I knew, I guess I enjoyed it a little bit more, but overall, very poor performance that, yeah, could have been a lot better. It's like it was thrown together in like the last week or something. Funny enough, I'm actually downloading Madden on my Xbox because Madden NFL 24 just got added to Game Pass, so I thought, why not give it a shot? I will be terrible at it, but who knows, it could get me a little bit more into American football. I don't know why I want to get into it so much. Like, I have football that I want to get into, but I don't know, it's weird. Because I do prefer football over American football. So, and to me, when I was watching American football, I just kept on thinking, well, rugby is just a better version of it. You know, I'd much rather just watch rugby. So, who knows why I'm doing this. So yeah, Super Bowl, pretty interesting. Who knows if I'll actually get into it. What else have I been up to? Yesterday, also, I went to see Dune in the cinema for its theatrical re-release. Because when Dune first released, I actually didn't go to see it in cinemas. I thought from the trailers it looked like a bit of a boring film, and when I watched it for the first time, boy was I wrong. I was so wrong. Dune is a spectacular film, a spectacle, a sci-fi masterpiece you could call it, and it was easily the film I regretted the most not seeing in cinema. So when I saw that this was re-releasing, I had to go see it. I was going to drop everything I could just to go watch Dune at the cinema, and my god, it did not disappoint. It is such a good film. I'm so happy I could finally see it in the cinema. And now it's got me even more hyped for Dune Part 2. And at the end of the film, we got to see a sneak preview of Paul actually riding one of the sandworms. You can watch on YouTube, but it was pretty cool to be able to actually watch headphones or something, so that was pretty cool. Been to cinema a few times over the last couple of weeks. Watched The Zone of Interest the other week. A really powerful, breathtaking film that I think has depicted the events of the Holocaust and its aftermath the best of any Holocaust film out there. And it does critique films like Schindler's List, very much so, and Boy in Striped Pyjamas that Hollywoodify this atrocity, and that an event like this shouldn't be depicted in such a manner and way, and I think The Zone of Interest depicts it in the best manner and form that it could. So all the props to The Zone of Interest. It is a spectacular film that I do think is very important and integral watch. Watched Mean Girls, very different film. Mean Girls was bad. That's pretty much it. Now I did like some bits here and there, but to me, Bottoms is just a much superior Mean Girls. It's like they kind of try to tackle the same satire on the genre, but yeah, Bottoms is just far better in my opinion. And The Holdovers finally released in the UK last month, so I saw that a couple of weeks back. That was fantastic, such a good watch. It would have been a lot better if we actually watched it when it was Christmas, so it gives me an excuse to watch it this year when Christmas comes around. Yeah, definitely will be a annually Christmas film that I will be watching. Probably the best Christmas film out there, if I'm being totally honest. And Poor Things finally released in the UK as well, and easily my favourite film so far of 2024. Poor Things. Such a fantastic film. I love Yorgos Lanthimos. He's the director of The Lobster, still my favourite of his discography, or filmography. But Poor Things is everything I love about Yorgos Lanthimos' films, just dialed all the way up. Fantastic watch that hopefully will rob Oppenheimer and Barbie of some awards come the Oscars. I would really love Poor Things to be the #1 awarded film. I think it would be a shocker, but a deserved one. And now we're on to the nuggets. I do have a drink as well, but I haven't got it out for some reason. And yeah, that's pretty much all the films I've watched in like the last month at the cinema. On Wednesday, when this video comes out, I'm filming this on Monday. I might suggest to someone that we go to the cinema because there's an early screening of The Taste of Things. That is probably one of my most anticipated films of this year. I love films about food and its exploration in its love in the artistry and the craft. And apparently there's a romance as well, so it definitely definitely seems like a film that's right up my street. So it'd be perfect to watch on Valentine's Day. But the Iron Claw also finally released last week in the UK, so we could watch that I need to go see. People always say like January and February always are bad months for film, but honestly these last 2 months have been phenomenal for film, and I know that releases do get delayed. So, you know, the UK do get some of December's heavy hitters in like January and February. So maybe that's the perks of living in the UK and getting delayed releases. I don't know. But yeah. And yeah, there's, you know, quite a few cinema releases coming out. A couple of trailers dropped yesterday during the Super Bowl as well. That's another thing about the Super Bowl. It's the commercials. The problem is the rest of the world don't get to see those commercials. So, you know, the big part and reason why people get so happy about the Super Bowl is commercials, and like an entire aspect that's missing out for us. So when it does come to commercials breaks, it's literally the same, like 3 repeated commercials, and it's boring. Like, that's kind of why I kind of felt my interest dwindling throughout the entire process, because there's so many breaks and cutaways here and there. It's like, yeah. But yeah, a couple film trailers, Deadpool and Wolverine was one of them. That actually looks really good. It does seem like they're kind of adapting Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe comic book, but it doesn't seem like he's going to be killing the Marvel, like, heroes. It seems like he's going to be killing other things within the universe. I don't know, but it does seem like a variation and adaptation from that comic, which really, really excited about. And of course, teaming up with Wolverine is going to be so good. I was not expecting the TVA to show up in the trailer, or like the film, so pretty exciting. And it did seem like a sequel to the Deadpool franchise, and something that people were quite worried about. You know, it's actually going to feel like a Deadpool film, and from the trailer so far, yes, but we'll just have to wait and see. Like, I haven't been this excited for a Marvel film in ages, in years. I've really fallen out of love with Marvel. Like, the last film that I thought was good was actually a film not a lot of people thought was good, and that was oh wait, no, I guess Guardians 3 was actually decent, but again, I don't love Guardians 3 as much as everyone else. I actually prefer Eternals, believe it or not, to Guardians 3, and that was really like the last really good film I thought Marvel came out with. So yeah, it's been some time. So yeah, hopefully this one does well. I'm expecting it to be like a 3.5 out of 5, but you know, still a good watch. Trailer for Wicked came out, and I can't say I'm sold on it. I saw someone in the comments say that it looks like an SNL skit, sorry, and it really does. It really does. And like, there's so much CGI. It just feels like it's a vomit of CGI. It's just, yeah, it seems very off-putting. So I don't know. I've heard the story of Wicked is very good. Of course, you know, it's one of the best West Ends, or what's it called in London, or Broadway, or I don't know, one of the best theatre productions out there, one of the most grossing, I think. But yeah, I don't know if I'll go watch that, who knows. The trailer for Twisters came out, so I do actually need to watch that trailer with Glenn Powell. He's doing a lot recently, like Anyone But You, which was god awful. Just mindless brain rot, out of date comedy. It was so bad. It was such a bad film. He's of course in Twisters, and he's in Hitman, which actually seems very, very promising. So I'll have to watch the trailer for Hitman. I mean, Twisters. One of the films that I'm looking forward to the most watching is Furiosa. Mad Max Fury Road is my favourite film of all time. It is everything I love about cinema all packed into one film. Sure, Furiosa is not going to be anywhere near as good as Fury Road. I'm already expecting that, but my excitement is already just out the roof. I am so hyped for this film, but I do realize I need to, tame expectations that it is not going to reach the heights of Fury Road, but I do still hope it's going to be a good film. I keep on seeing people hate on this film, and I'm trying to not let people's opinions get to me or influence my decision. I still think it's going to be a good film. I still think it looks good. So yeah, really hyped to see Furiosa. I'm trying to think of other films coming out soon, but I can't think of any. I'm sure there's tons, but I just can't think of anything. But of course, Dune 2. But I already talked about Dune. I guess on to other stuff I'm interested in gaming, being one of them. The new Overwatch season comes out tomorrow. Unfortunately, I won't be able to play it for a couple of days because I'm spending the time with someone else. But I'm really excited for that. The whole hero changes with the health, with the projectile size, with some of the damage changes here and there. A new era of Overwatch, a new way to play the game. It's going to be very interesting to see how the game actually plays now, because I might stay away from competitive for a little bit and just kind of get used to things, because it's going to feel like quite the shift. But yeah, speaking of competitive, the whole rank reset that everyone's very, very excited about. I'm still a little bit cautious and skeptical if it's actually going to turn out well and decently. I do fear it's going to be like the events of Season 1 Overwatch 2, where everyone just got placed bronze, just really low ranks. Hopefully it's not bugged like that, but I have a feeling it might be. So yeah, apparently placement games really do impact and matter, so who knows. I'm in Masters currently. I've been Masters since I think Season 2 of Overwatch. No, Season 3. Season 2 or 3. So yeah, I've been Masters since. I got close to GM on support, but I had a 7-game loss streak, and I've given up with the rest of the season. I'm just leaving my MMR. I think I'm like Masters 4 tank, and then Masters 2 DPS, and Masters 2 support. My tank. I do consider myself a tank player though, which is weird, which is my lowest rank right now. But again, I went on this massive loss streak. I was at Masters 2 or 3 on tank, and I just went down. So I just kind of left it. But with the rank reset, I reckon I'm gonna place somewhere around Diamond. I think that's a reasonable place. That's what I expect as Diamond. No, it'll be great if I could remain and stay Masters, but yeah, I have a feeling it will push me down, and I do not expect Grandmaster at all. That is not going to happen. Neither Ultimate with the new rank, which is no, Ultimate, no Champion. No, I think it's called is it called Ultimate or Champion? I can't remember. Because I think the season is called Champion. But I think the rank is called Ultimate. Unless they changed the name, because Ultimate was the original name, so I could be completely... Anyways, the new rank that they're introducing, just to disperse the percentages of higher ranked players and whatnot, just to balance it out a little bit, which I think is a good move. So yeah, with the whole balance nodes and changes, it does seem a little bit scary, but I can't comment on it until I've actually tried out watch is saved. Yeah, because supports are just way too OP. And I've seen support players try to defend supports, and it's just, you look ridiculous. Calm down, you look ridiculous. So yeah, pretty excited for the future of Overwatch. Mukbang videos always do get a little bit messy, but that is actually me done with my meal. I feel like I got some on my lip and I can't get it. But yeah, that is me done with my meal, and I do hope you did enjoy your time spending it with me. I really enjoyed my time spending it with you. Really good just to have a chit-chat and a catch-up. So yeah, really happy we could spend the time together. So I will bid you farewell now, and I will let you get to sleep. But thank you for being here. Thank you for spending the time with me. And I look forward to seeing you in the